We're two morons, and today we're gonna be answering the question,
can two morons develop a video game in just 1 week?
To find out, Riley and I are gonna have 7 days to develop our own video games.
We will then present those games to a panel of gamers who will rate them on a scale from 1 to 5 stars.
And to make things interesting, the winning game will be posted online while the losing game gets deleted forever.
Let's see what happens.
All right, I gotta address the elephant in the room, which is that I have technically dabbled in game design before. It was back during the pandemic, I was bored out of my mind, and I said, screw it, let's make a video game. But the reality is that was almost 3 years ago at this point, and I don't remember a single thing that I learned. Like, I just opened Unreal for the first time, and I don't even remember how to move. However, there is one advantage I will say I have, which is knowing how long it actually takes to make a video game. And having once been a naive first-time developer, I know how easy it is to have this grand idea that has a dozen different features and 20 different levels, and it all sounds incredible, but you don't realize how long these things actually take. And I think that's exactly what Riley's gonna do, so he's gonna be in way over his head. So my plan is to come up with an idea that I know for a fact I can finish in 7 days, because even if it's not the best game ever, a finished game is still better than an unfinished game. So I'm really banking on Riley picking a ridiculous idea that I know he can't finish. And so last night I was thinking about these simple ideas and I couldn't come up with anything, so I decided to sleep on it. And that's when it hit me. What if I make a game about sleep, or more specifically, dreams? And that is how I came up with Dreamwalker, a game where you walk through dreams. Basically, the idea is that every night you go to sleep and you have to navigate through a series of dreams. And those levels could be pretty much anything, like platforming, puzzles, combat. And then if you survive all those dreams, you wake up in the morning and the game tells you how much time it took. And the idea is that it inspires players to play again and try and beat their time. Now, I do actually think this is a fun concept, but more importantly, I know for a fact I can finish this in just a week. So let's get started.
Okay, I think this challenge is the one that I'm most worried about thus far. I have very little experience game designing, and the little I do have was from middle school when I was working with Scratch. It's been a while. Back then I made hit games like this, and this, and this. With that being said, I know over the last couple years, there's been a couple times where Austin has gotten really deep into the game development rabbit hole, but that will not deter me from trying to win this challenge. I recognize that if I try to use Unreal to make a 3D game, I'll be competing with Austin, who has a little bit more experience in this area. I say a little because I really don't want to hype him up that much. His games were not that impressive. But if I can make my game different enough, it might be easier to differentiate our two, and maybe I'll be able to achieve some things that he's not. So with all that said, my plan is to make a pixel game. Yes, I'm talking Pokemon, I'm talking Zelda, I'm talking the classics. So where do I start? I want to make a medieval game, and I want it to kind of emulate the feeling of playing D&D.
The Demogorgon! We're in deep shit.
So I want to add 3 things to the game for me to be successful with this challenge. 1, I want to have a puzzle within the game. 2, I want to have stealth. And 3, I want to have combat. If I can achieve those 3 things, I think this game will feel complete. And hopefully, it'll be just good enough to beat whatever Austin has planned. Now I just need to figure out how to make it. So I spent the better half of the morning working on the game, and what I figured out is this. It's gonna be very hard. I basically told ChatGPT about the game I wanna make, and it broke it down into daily bite-sized chunks that I need to accomplish. I've already managed to deal with player movement and the boundaries for the world, so we're off to a very good start. I'm feeling much more confident than I was going into this because I knew literally nothing. I'm gonna get right back at it in just a little bit, but first, I'm gonna do some dishes because adulting. I am stuck. I've been banging my head against the wall for the last 4 hours trying to get this inventory system to work, and ChatGPT has failed me. I swear I've been asking it the same question for the last 4 hours straight and asking it to find me the error, and it cannot find the error. Usually whenever I hit a roadblock like this, I just power through, but something about just staring at the code on this screen is just like absolutely devastating to me. Odds are I'm probably just gonna start from scratch tomorrow. This has been terrible. So hopefully starting from scratch is helpful, and we'll clean up the mess of my thousands of files that are all named like one character apart. Hopefully Austin had an equally shitty time. That's my only hope.
All right, today has been a very long but also very productive day. So here's everything that happened. I started off by setting up this teleportation system that takes the players between the different dreams. Now, I'm not going to pretend like I fully understand what any of this means, but basically these boxes and wires are just telling the game to scramble all the dreams into a random order, then teleport the player between all those dreams, and then once there's no dreams left, take them to the final room, which will show them their time. Saying it out loud makes it sound like it's really simple, but this literally took me like 7 hours. But with that level system working, I needed actual levels to teleport to. So I started brainstorming, and the first idea that came to mind was to do like a floor is lava type thing where you have to navigate through a house where the floor is lava. And building this one was pretty simple. I basically just blocked out all the platforming using these blank cubes, and then once I was happy with that, I replaced those cubes with actual props like chairs and lamps. But even after I did that, the level was kind of easy, so I started to look for some kind of enemy that I could put in the level. So I went onto the Unreal Marketplace, and that's where I found this absolutely cursed Teletubby, and I just started taking them and spreading them throughout the level. But even with the Teletubbies, the level was still fairly easy once you figured it out, so at the end, for some reason, I just added a bunch of fish flying from side to side. And after playtesting it a few more times, it felt like it was right in the perfect pocket of being really difficult, but not impossible. And that's everything I did today, which I think is an extremely productive day. I feel really good about my progress so far. So tomorrow, I'm gonna try to be just as productive, maybe even make 2 levels. That would be crazy, but I'm tired, so for tonight, I'm going to sleep.
It's day 3, and for the last 2 days, I've been trying to get this inventory system to work, and it will not work. My conclusion? I need to stop using ChatGPT. At first, I thought it was gonna be great, you know? I wouldn't have to code, I just let ChatGPT type out all the little code, I copy it, I put it in, bada bing, bada boom, I'm done. Wrong. Now, I know that me not having any understanding of how code works and how a game is actually developed is probably a much larger contributor to the fact that ChatGPT is not working. But I think I need to change something because I'm going to go crazy if I keep asking ChatGPT to fix code that it simply cannot fix. So I'm shifting my plan. Basically today, if I can accomplish one thing, I will feel so much better than the last 2 days. I found a playlist of YouTube videos that will help me make an inventory from start to finish. And it has visuals, which I have learned I need immensely. So if I can just follow these to a T and add my own art, hopefully that's all I need to make this actually work. If I can get an inventory today, I will be feeling way better because at day 3, I pretty much have nothing to show for my work aside from a character that moves up, down, left, and right, and a world. So not much. It's time to learn. Okay. I'm feeling much better. I didn't crack the inventory like I was hoping to today, but I did get through like 14 of the 25 videos that should get me there. I made some art, which makes the game actually look fun and playable. I managed to get my player to move around the map. I managed to figure out how to build maps really quickly. Super cool. And I got my first enemy in. So if there's nothing else, I can at least turn this into like a maze game at the end, and I have all the elements I need to do that. I feel like today is like the first day I actually feel like I made any progress, so I'm gonna reward myself. The new Pixar movie Elio is out on Disney Plus now, and Steph and I have been meaning to see it forever, but just never made it to the theaters. So the rest of my night, or at least for the next couple hours, I'll be watching that and give my brain a little break. Maybe I can get to like 2 or 3 more of these videos today, but I'm not gonna put too much pressure on it. 3 days in, I'm feeling pretty good. 4 more days to go. Let's do this.
Guys, the second level is killing me. I thought it'd be cool to do this Severance style endless maze where it's always changing and you wander around until you find a bed, which lets you teleport to the next level. And I did do that and it looked cool, but was honestly kind of boring. And so my dumbass was like, why don't we add a giant baby that chases you around the whole time? That would be cool, right? And totally not difficult to make. Super simple, right? It took me like half the day just to get the baby moving, and even after I did, the animations got all messed up, but after a while I did get the animations working and the baby following me around, which leads me to right now, where the baby chases you, but once it gets to you, it doesn't do anything. And my whole point with the baby was that if it comes in contact with you, it teleports you back to the beginning of the maze. But for the life of me, I cannot figure out how to make that work. Honestly, I'm kind of ready to just delete the baby and let it be a boring maze level, but before I do that, I'm gonna check in with the GOAT of Unreal Engine tutorials, Gorka Games, and see if he has any videos that can help me figure this out. Alright, I gotta be a little quiet because it's like 1 a.m., but I finally got it working. the baby now teleports the player back to the center of the maze if they come in contact with it, which I really thought was going to be easier, but you know what? We got there. I am honestly kind of frustrated at how long it took and really just not in the mood to work on levels anymore. So I think tomorrow I'm going to pivot a little bit and work on the music and the sound design and try to get an easy win with that. And then hopefully that will motivate me to work on some more levels. But I'm not going to worry about that till tomorrow. I'm going to bed.
Good morning. You're probably wondering why I'm outside. Well, that's because for the last 3 days I haven't seen the outside. So today, I'm gonna see the sun, at least this morning. All I want is a maze map, some enemies that go after you, and some collectibles. Even though it's not what I originally hoped for, if I can make those 3 things happen, I'll still consider it a success. I like the outside. I think I should do this more often. I guess we get back to it.
I'm so over this. Anytime I try to add something, it ruins something else. If I follow a tutorial, for example, they seem to have an entire system of code that goes back like 30 videos, and I don't have time to watch all 30 videos to understand how they work. So literally my only option is to rely on ChatGPT, who hates me for some reason. Anytime I ask it to add just a tiny element, it seems to overwrite everything I've already done and ruin something else. I keep getting hung up on all these tiny additions I want to make when I really just need the game to work as a whole. The other thing I'm bumping into is there's no save as function for the entire project. That means anytime I'm destructive with code or ChatGPT thinks it's fixing something and breaks something else, I can't go back. I hoped by this point in the challenge I'd have a lot more to show for my work, but it really seems like I just have a moving character who can collide with objects and a map, which feels like something I should have been able to do day one. I think my game's gonna suck, so hopefully Austin's game really sucks so that I at least have a chance, but okay, let's get back to it.
Guys, it's time. It's time to make some freaking music. Now, I want to keep things fairly simple, so I just pulled up a few sounds that I'm going to use across all the tracks. We've got this very chill little synth. We've got this groovy little bass. And then we've got this cool vintage drum machine. And as excited as I am to be doing this, I do also have many, much more important things to do. So setting this 1 hour timer right here, and I'm just gonna see how many tracks I can make in that much time. All right, I might have hit snooze a couple times on the alarm, but we're officially done. I got 6 total tracks here that I ended up with, which should be more than enough to cover the entire game. We've got the menu music. We've got music for the floor is lava. We've got music for the baby level. And then the rest of these tracks I'll just drop in as I make the new levels. Speaking of which, I should probably make the new levels. So for this next level, I kind of want to do something on the scarier side, and I feel like the classic dream scary scenario is a sleep paralysis demon, so I want to make a level based off of that. And I don't really know what that's going to look like yet, but I know I need a bedroom, so I'm going to start there. All right, I think this looks pretty good, but obviously it's missing the demon, so I'm gonna check the marketplace to see if anybody has already made a demon, because I don't know how to 3D model, so I'm just gonna take somebody else's. Okay, this one's a little bit silly, but I found this dancing demon that I feel like fits the tone of the game well. It might be a little silly now, but I'm hoping once I put it in the game, it'll be a little bit scarier. I don't know, this is kind of weird, but I wanted this level to be weird and different, so I think it's good. And with that, we now have our third fully functional level of Dreamwalker, which is kind of crazy. I feel like I'm way ahead of schedule right now, and I'm kind of just chilling at this point. So I think I'm just going to take the rest of the night off. I've been working hard, you know, go play some skate and just enjoy the rest of my night, and we'll get back to it tomorrow.
It is day 6 of developing this game, and this is the first day that I am comfortable enough with my position that I don't have to go straight from bed to developing. So I'm making breakfast. I have a couple big things I need to do today. I want there to be a start menu so that if you die, you go back to the start menu, and if you end the game, you go back to the start menu. It'll just make it look a lot more polished. I need to add 2 more colored gates to the rest of the map so that there feels like a progression in the game. Right now it's just the red gates. I'm gonna add green gates and blue gates. Finally, if I have time, I really want to implement an attack system. This might be a little ambitious. I just want you to be able to have a sword, swing at the enemies, and kill them. Is that too much to ask?
So I'm just gonna finish up breakfast, do my physical therapy, and then we'll get right back into it.
All right, so we've got a little bit of a problem on our hands. I booted up the game this morning and I wanted to check that everything was still working, so I replayed all the levels. And as I did that, I realized something. The game kind of sucks. Like the sleep paralysis level, you literally just stand there for 45 seconds, which is kind of funny the first time, but then just gets really boring. And the other two levels are just literally too difficult to be fun. Now, given how far into the challenge we are, I obviously can't make a full 180 and completely change the game, but I think what I can do is just go in, edit the levels, and just try my best to make them more fun. I don't know, man. I think maybe I've been a little too confident throughout this challenge, but I'm really starting to second guess myself, so let's see what we can do. All right, it's been a few hours and I'm feeling a little bit better about the game now. I didn't make that many changes. Like for the lava level, I just took out a few of the flying fish. For the maze, I made the baby a little bit slower and then added an extra bed, so there's now 2 exits. And for the demon level, I actually changed it quite a bit into this platformer where you're getting chased by the demon and you have to make these big jumps. And thankfully, after a few playtests, I am having at least more fun than I was with the previous version. So I think this was worth it. But the trade-off is that this actually set us back really far, and we now only have one more day to make the hub world, set up the timer mechanic. We have to make a whole other level. I mean, we're pretty far behind from where we were supposed to be, and I'm a little worried, but it's gonna be fine, right? Everything's gonna be totally fine, I think.
Things are not going well. I was able to get a death screen, so whenever you die, now you can restart the game. Super helpful. And I was able to fix the regenerating of your shield on the bottom right of the HUD, if you will. But I ran into a new issue which has taken up almost my entire morning. The way that it was is I basically had a layer that surrounded all of the terrain, and if you came in contact with this layer, you would die and fall off the map. The problem is that falling layer was all square tiles. So all of the diagonals in the game, you can't fall off of. Not ideal. There's a lot of diagonals in the game, and I realized it would be really fun to add more because they're much more dynamic, and the fact that you can fall off the map makes the game that much more interesting. But right now you can't. I need to solve this problem to finish the game, but I am also starving. So, gonna make some pasta, gonna make some meatballs. Hopefully a little food in the tummy will help me solve my problem, but I'm actually really worried about this, and I might have to revert to the old version and just accept the flaw of the game because I need to get this done, and I only have like 4 more hours, so wish me luck.
All right, we are coming to the end of day 7 here, and it has been a heck of a ride to get to this point. I was able to create the hub world, which was basically just a copy and paste of the bedroom I had made before. And then I also made the 4th level, which is kind of a silly one. You just have to pop a bunch of balloons. But since then, I've been stuck trying to set something up that I arguably should have done a lot sooner, which is the timer. The idea was that once you start the first level, the timer starts, and then once you beat the last level, the timer finishes. It should be simple, right? I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but there's only like an hour left in the challenge, so I'm really hoping I figure it out. Overall though, looking back on the whole experience, I'd say I'm fairly happy with my game, though throughout this process, I've come up with like 5 other game ideas that I think would have been a lot better. But we're gonna see this through, and we just have to hope that whatever we end up with is better than Riley's game.
Hello. We're testing. Oh, hello. You guys like our mic? It's a game controller because we're making games. Week is up. Games are done. Or maybe as done as they can be within a week.
Done really is a relative term.
How do you think you did?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel very confident about this one. I was so focused up front about just like, I want to have a finished product by the ending, that my whole concept was based around, okay, what can I build quickly, rather than like, what can I make that's good? And so it's technically done, but like at what cost? How are you feeling?
I'm just glad it's over. Like, I feel like I went to hell and back through this process. Like, I was up so late every night. I was like barely sleeping because I was just like thinking about code. And it is not fun to think about code. That being said, I went into it with a lot of ambition and really just thinking that I could do anything. And I came out of it scaling that down quite a bit. But this is the part I was excited about because up until this point, I haven't gotten to share the game with anyone.
No, yeah, we know nothing about any. I'm so genuinely curious about what you made.
I'm eager to. Should we see who goes first?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Let's do it.
Oh, you read me.
The scissors always win.
All right.
All right, well, let's play Into the Dungeon.
Ooh. Whoa! This is cool, dude. I'm very impressed. This feels like the old Zelda games. Okay, I assume I can. This is I got a coin. Okay. All right, I got a baddie over here. Ooh! Oh shit! They got project. All right, so it is like Zelda. It's a one hit. It's a one hit.
You fell off the map.
Oh, I did.
I tried to make the animations look like you fell off the map, but it was a bit of.
I see my little shadow there. All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again. All right, so I'm a close.
It looks really good if you fall off the map this way.
Let's see. Oh! Okay, do I... Oh, shit. Oh, man. Okay, I assume maybe I need a certain amount of coins to cross the red gate, maybe? Oh, shit. Maybe. Could be. We'll see if I survive long enough to find out. Okay, all right.
Probably a good time to tell you that I've never beat the game.
Really? Okay, all right, we're through. Dude, how hard was it to make the logic of opening the gate?
The one gate, not that bad, but the logic of a single script to work for green gems, yellow gems, and red gems was a pain.
Oh, this is precarious.
It's not where you
want shoot! I forgot they pushed you. Oh man,
dude, the hardest mechanic to build into this was falling off the map.
Yeah, boom.
Nice.
So is this it? If I beat this?
Yeah, but this is like I made this one really hard and then didn't even balance it, so I have no idea this is even possible.
Just gonna keep dragging this guy.
I think it is.
Okay, all I have to do is get to the other side, right?
Yeah, you just need to make it through the...
I'm scared!
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
And we cross him.
Get crossed.
Wow.
Walk in the middle.
Let's go, dude! Let's go! Dude.
There you go.
That's a solid game.
That's Into the Dungeon.
That's Into the Dungeon. I went into the dungeon. That was pretty good.
Thank you.
I had a lot of fun playing that.
Hell yeah. I'm happy with the way it turned out. I feel like I found my limitations really early on, basically like narrowed down my thought from being like a D&D game to being like just a maze with enemies who chase you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my game. I'm actually really curious to see yours.
Well, time for a bit of a pivot from the classics.
Okay. To the future?
To the future.
Whoa.
The world's first quadruple A, maybe even quintuple A game.
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Dreamwalker.
Oh. Whoa.
All right, so this is Dreamwalker.
Uh-huh.
Dreamwalker is a 3D platformer that takes place. I know you love 3D platformers, so I made this just for you, where you have to survive a series of dreams.
Okay.
And it's a time-based game. So at the end of all the dreams, you get your time, and you can play again over time to try and get the best possible time.
I'm getting concerned. There's already color in this game. All right, let's see. What the hell?
Hello.
Hello?
Hey, yeah, I was just trying to reach you before you went to bed, but, just wanted to give you a heads up that sometimes your dreams can get a little bit kooky. Oh, and when you see a bed, go ahead and just walk up to it and press E on your keyboard.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Please, I need somebody to pop all these balloons. I'm gonna freak out, please. I'm gonna freak out if somebody doesn't pop all these balloons right now. Please.
This guy seems like he's about to freak out. I don't want him to freak out. Are we in Severance here? Oh wait, you look like bad news actually. I don't think I want to go towards you. Yeah, you're not good. Oh shit. No. This is terrifying.
Uh-oh. Oh man.
Juked! Oh crap. Oh my gosh. It's the bed. The baby mechanics are crazy.
Hello? Oh, hey, you're back. Well, congratulations. Wait a second. You're not supposed to be back yet. Oh, shit.
Oh, I think I'm good. Okay, I guess we're going down. Oh. What the hell? What is this?
Oh, it's the dubstep demon.
Oh no, not the dubstep demon. This could be really bad for me. Oh, we make that.
Let's go.
Oh my god. I guess we just jump right over. What am I looking at here? Is this a demonic? Also.
Oh. Oh, so pressing escape actually restarts the whole thing.
No!
Ooh,
Little bump.
off the tub. Nice. You got that down now. Just land on the boat. Okay. Now just watch out for the sharks. Okay, now you just have to make this last jump.
Let's go. Okay.
Holy shit, you
What
actually did it. You survived the night. Well, I hope you're...
Oh, that resets. the
Oh
game.
no!
But your time was 10,
We did it.
10 minutes. It was
Okay,
just a
we
little
won.
over 10 minutes, dude. You did it.
That's crazy, Mo.
That's Dreamwalker.
It was actually, it was a fully fleshed out game.
Right? That
There were
was
levels and everything.
It's done. It
Yeah.
feels like a game, which I was proud of.
It
Feels kind of like a game, if I were to say so. I obviously hit some frustration, but that's just because I'm bad at platformers.
Yes.
But no, I was actually like, it was pretty fun. I like the balloon level. I like the... Maybe just the balloon level
Yeah.
because I'm so bad at platforming.
That's fair.
I think the like phone call was fun, and like the guy like yelling at you to get all the balloons
Yeah.
was like funny, like a fun like touch that made it feel more like a game. Like,
Agreed.
I think they know that that's hard.
I don't know, but yours has that cool throwback feel to it. I feel like it's a toss up.
Yeah, I mean, luckily it's not up to us.
It's up to the gamers.
The gamers, the gamer squad.
The gamer squad.
Okay, we gave our game critics the weekend to review the games, and the results are in. How are we feeling?
I'm hopeful for this one, I gotta be honest.
Before we released the games, I was feeling really confident, and then I saw one message in the Discord that just said, "Into the dungeon is mid." So I'm like, I don't think I'm winning this at all anymore.
I formed my confidence fully based on that message, so that one person hopefully is right.
But there's only one way to find out.
There is only one way to find out, and that's by opening this envelope.
We open it up.
Let's do it.
Dun 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 dun. I always do the dramatic music when we probably just add it.
Yeah.
No!
Let's go! Dude,
Oh my
okay,
God.
pretty close though.
It's not that close.
That's pretty good. Dreamwalker came in with an overall score of 3.67. The kids will love that. And Into the Dungeon landed at 3.11. That's not that far off.
Game really comes down to the story, and yours had one, and mine was just like, you're into the dungeon, get out of the dungeon.
Yeah, you're giving me a little too much credit for how loose of a story it had, but there was at least an idea there.
There was something
Yeah, there
there.
was something. But at the end of the day, I was the winner. So link in description. Go get my game right now. It's available. And Riley, go ahead and hand it over. Unfortunately,
Can I say a couple words?
Yeah, to give you some last words.
You know, it's been a real journey together. We've had our ups. We've had our downs.
It's just crazy to me that I can't get this to work.
But at the end of the day, you know, I hated every second with you.